So let's really quick define. So the way that I have always kind of defined pull is the idea that a consumer, it could be a travel agent, it can be whoever it is, a human or a machine or a GDS agent has to request a specific date, location, city,
Yeah.
right? So like New York, here's my date range. And what they're doing is they're going in and they're pulling that back.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So
It's
that's what
you
I
go
think is
into the system of the provider you're
exactly.
interested into to shop whatever it is that you need.
Exactly. Okay. So
And
let's
in
say
the
those
early
seven.
days, it was all they were doing. They were not keeping their own database. They were not, it was really true seamless in the sense that what is going to be returned back to the customer is what was in the CRS.
That's
That was
brilliant.
back in the old days. It
Okay.
has changed dramatically since.
Okay, so I want to make sure that for anybody listening that they're really clear on why we got to, because we'll our next conversation, what topic we'll hit on is push, and why you keep hearing people kind of say talk about the two interchangeably, and they're not. So what's
Yeah.
important to understand is there were these 17 global corporations who said we need a way to be able to speak to the GDS. GDS
Yes.
then said we will create a data warehouse. Is that fair enough to say?
It's not it's a translator.
Translator. Okay, so we will create a translator that will allow all these 17 different companies to speak to these four companies because they were the only ones booking business, guys. Unless you were calling on a phone or walking up to the front of the hotel to book a reservation, this was the way that everything was processing. We're talking 70s, 80s, okay?
Yeah.
So all of this was built. It was a seamless environment to be able to get the rate. Now, would it also do the avail? So it's doing an avail check. Would it
It was
also
doing
book
everything.
everything?
Everything.
Great. So this system, as it was just now defined in the simplest terms I've heard Sarah Ann say it, it was amazing, right? So it's being able to get an access and shop from one system and then book. So the
Yeah,
reason it
because
was
remember at the time, the GDSs were still a blue screen.
exactly
There weren't any images and all of that.
correct.
So at that time, we did not have the major issue we're experiencing with the static content, the descriptive content, the images,
Exactly.
the virtual tour, and all of that. So it was just about supporting what we referred to at the time as dynamic messaging.
There we go. So that is where this whole industry starts to get a little broken because
Yeah,
exactly what Sarah just said. It was here is a hotel name, and it was usually in a couple of cryptic letters. Here is an
yeah,
address. Here's a date range. It's either going to be $200 or $5,000 because it would pull back every single room that was available. And it might have an F for a fitness center. It might have a for an alarm clock. I mean, the level of content being served back was nominal. So
yeah.
what then happened was more components were added into that ARI message, and the message got bigger.